Everybody loved him. Hundreds of people would be by the courthouse, and he, put up his finger to the government, and that's it. This man is dying, and you still have him in solitary confinement. He was tied, his feet to the bed, and his hands were tied to the bed. People want to question if my father was weak or tough. He had a severe kidney infection. He was sick. He didn't get to see a doctor. By the time he got off the bus, he was covered in blood. If there was ever a time to become a rat or something, it would have been then. No, instead he fought 5 trials. Eli has never had any conversation with my father. You lie about my son? Like, this is how sick they are. I defend my family. I think I do a pretty good job of defending my family. But other people defend my family also. I don't ask them to do it, but they do. Hi, everyone. How is everyone tonight? I had a little bit of a disaster here, but I think things are better now. How is everyone? Let me say hi first. Okay. Oh, I think these are from yesterday. I'm sorry that I had to cancel yesterday, but I forgot that it was playoffs, and a lot of people were complaining. But let me see. Okay, hold on. These are all yesterday's. Okay. Hi, Bill. If you're here, I see that was earlier. Was that Brooklyn? Yes, it was. I'll explain in a minute. What's real? Nick Bazzini, Michael. Hi, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Hi, Donnie. Hi, Cromel. Hi, John. Let me see. Chicago Muscle, how are you? Silvio, Brian, and let's see. Okay. Hi, Joe Delamura. Brian, how are you? Okay, John Mandis. Let's see. Anthony Elios, how are you? Okay. Okay. I can't believe this. I blocked this guy 5 times already, and he's back. You cannot start trouble in here. I'm telling you right now. Steve Blair, how are you? Karen, hey, Raymundi, how are you? I might have a special guest on in a little while. We'll see how that works out. Hi, David. Hi, Julie. Hi, Gunna6. Hi, OC. Let's see who else. Hi, Common Sense. How are you? Hi, JR. Hi, Holly Golightly. Yay. Hi, Lucky Luciano. Tina Orlando, how are you? King of NYC. John Minucci, how's it going, John Minucci? Hi, Scotch Wrangler. Hi, Angel. I hope the stray cat you're looking after is okay. I just came in from what happened was I went out there. I had all his stuff. I dumped the water bowl. It's heated, so the water gets too hot. So I go out there, dump the water, and I go to look for the bottle of water that I keep in the refrigerator for him, and I forgot it. So now my feet are covered, my boots are covered in mud. Oh, what a disaster. But anyway, that's why I was a few minutes late, because I had to take care of the cat and go get him his cold water. But he's fine. I had him topped up, but this was really bad, this snow, and snow still got in there. No matter how I did it, it still got in there. I had to go and shovel. I think he was a little traumatized, but he seems okay now. Hi, Vincent Sorelli. How are you? Hi, Oliver. Louis Lasagna. Nice. Hi, Boston. Hi, Boston Red. Red Line. How are you? Newcomb. Happy birthday, Newcomb. Hello, Jojo Mush. Oh, look. I know who's here. Now I know who's leaving. Bye. Hi, FYTC. Hi. I don't know why they bother coming up with these fake accounts, because you think that you're upsetting me. You're not upsetting me. All I do is just click and you're gone. So why waste your time? Hi, Bruce Cutlets. Hi, Kathy Benna. Hi, Ireland. How are you, Jason? Hi, Carlos. Julian. Angel doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. Special guest tonight? Yeah, I hope so. I mean, he look at this. And I blocked you again. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link, and if he can figure out how to do it, he's going to come on. Palato, hello, Palato. Hello from Boston. Nice. I know you people think that these names that you're throwing in there as their ghosts, you think that it's bothering me. It's not bothering me at all. Not at all. So you're wasting your time making these fake accounts. You're just wasting your time. Hi, Michael Hensley. How are you? Hi, Bill. Let's see. Who else? Kevin. Hello, Kevin. How are you? We might have a story you might like from my special guest. Hi, Johnny Sideburns. Hi, Claudio, and thank you again. People like and subscribe to Angel Gotti. Just saying, good thoughts. Thank you. Real one. Okay, I saw that. Jane, how are you, Jane? Thumbs up open for my friend Angel. I think that's funny, Jojo Mush. Hi, Carol. BX Bricklayer. Hello from the Bronx to Boca. Hi, Bill Jordan. Oh, here's a Russian bot. Bye. Somebody else got him first. American Me DeBella. How are you? Steve. Mario. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. And it takes, okay, good. I think we're all done. How is everybody? First, I want to say thank you to Jerry. He updated my intro to match my banner and the avatar. Did you see that? The angel's wings open and the feathers all come out. I love it. Jerry is the best. Hi, Boston. Hi, Boston Jay. So he surprised me with that. And now he's working on a, what is it called again? This background. You see how it's just black and then my face is in there? He's working on a oh, look at this, a fake Sicilian. And I'm not putting that up on the screen like you did. You tried to trick me the last time. Bye, bold Sicilian. So he did it. He's working on a background now for me. He sent me one this morning, which was really nice, but I didn't know how to put it in there yet. He has to do that for me. But he did my intro. He did Fat Bold Sicilians. He did Mob Talk Radios. Did you see Mob Talk Radios? That's really nice. Fat Bold Sicilians is really nice, and I think mine is really nice. And he did a few other people on here. I think he did Josie's. Yeah, I think he did, and also I forgot who else. He did someone else's. So I put his information, all his details in the description. So if anybody wants anything done by Jerry, you could check him out. Let's see. Anybody else? I think everybody's talking to each other. A fake FBS. Yes, that was a fake FBS. Legs Cole just recently subscribed. Hello, how are you, Angel? How are you, Legs? And thank you very much. Hi, Joe Allen. How are you? These people need to get a life making fake accounts trying to cause trouble. Yeah. Like, I would never believe that Fat Bold Sicilian would ever say anything in my chat that was negative like that. It would never happen. Never happen. And I know who does it too, because the last time they did it and then they put it on their little their channel saying, look how FBS talks to Angel Gotti. And meanwhile, they knew it was a fake FBS because they said it was a fake FBS. But that's what they like to do. Hi, Doo Brown's in town. Okay, who else? It's not going to work. So my thumbnail, let me show you. I'm going to show you something. How do I get there again? Hold on 1 second. Oh, first let me do this. There's my little ticker tape. And let's see here. I want to show you something. Okay, right here. That's my thumbnail. Oh, let me get the comment off. Okay. So this is the apartment building that we used to live in when we were children. Okay. Over here, this is where our apartment was, right here on the 4th floor, right there. And then on the 2nd floor over here was my Uncle Angelo, my Aunt Marie, and their kids. This was in, we used to call it South Brooklyn. Now they call it Park Slope. I don't know. Park Slope, South Brooklyn, whatever. And there was no elevator in this building, right? You used to have to walk up the 4 flights of stairs. And Uncle Angelo was over here. We were over there on the 4th floor. And on this stoop right here, when I saw this picture, it just brought back so many memories. Hello, Joy. How are you, my Joy? Hi, Patrick. It brought back so many memories of when I remember that stoop right here. They didn't have the railing back then. It was also a little bigger. Maybe I was just smaller, so it looked bigger. But I was sitting on there, all dressed up. We were going somewhere. I don't remember, but my hair was done, and a pigeon crapped on my head. And that was the first time a pigeon ever crapped on my head. I don't think it was the only time, truthfully. But I remember I was screaming, like, what the hell was in my head? My sister was going, oh my God, the bird crapped on your head. And I went running up the stairs, and my mother's like, what? Now she had to wash and do my hair all over again. But that's what made me, it brings back so many good memories, because we were so close with my Uncle Angelo and my Aunt Marie, and we used to do everything together. And that's who we played with my cousins, but they were a little younger than me. So then I started I like really started thinking about it, and I remembered that there used to be a girl on this block who let me get this picture off. There used to be a girl that lived down the block, and she her name was Dorothea. And for some reason, I don't know why, but this girl was constantly hitting me, always hitting me. She used to beat the crap out of me. And one time, my sister and I were playing outside, and she started to come after me. So we both ran into the building, into the vestibule, and she caught me by my hair, whatever. And she started once again beating me up. My sister ran up the stairs to go get my mother. And my mother came down. And when I tell you, my mother picked this girl up and flung her out the building and told her, go get your mother. But my father was so upset, because he's like, when are you going to start hitting back? You can't let these people bully you. What are you doing, Dad? You got to fight back. You have to. But for some reason, I don't know, I let her bully me or whatever. And then we moved. We moved to Canarsie, and, same thing. And then we moved to Howard Beach. And one day my father said, take a ride with me, because now I was going to start a new school. I was going to go to junior high school. And my father said, take a ride with me. And that's when he told me, he said, look, he was taking me to show me my school, the new school. So he said, look, I have to go away for a little while. He didn't tell me where. I didn't ask him. He just said, I'm going away for a little while, but I want to show you something. He said, this house right here, he stopped in front of the house. He goes, this is Tony Lee's house. Then he went down a little further. He goes, this is Tony Pep's house. He said, and then there's your grandmother's house, and this is your school. If anything happens in this school, you leave the school and you go to one of these houses, he said. So, and then we had the whole talk, that I had to start, hitting back. You can't be bullied. If someone bigger than me was bullying or hitting me, pick up something, anything, pick up anything and hit them with it. So what happened now is, not too long after that, like, he was really upset. He kept telling me, you can't keep getting beat up. What do you want to be? You want to be a punching bag? Oh, you can't let this happen. You have to fight back. So my mother's friend came over, and she brought her nephew, right? Another kid, bigger than me. And he kept poking me. And finally, like, something just went off in me. And there was a wiffle ball bat. Thank God it was a wiffle ball bat, because he turned his back on me, and he didn't have a shirt on. Like, it was the summer. And I just picked up that wiffle ball bat, and I whacked him so hard across his back that he let out a scream that all the neighbors came running out. This big bully, was screaming like a girl. And all the neighbors come out, and my mother punished me. She's like, get in the house. I said, he was bothering me. Get in the house. You're punished. So then my father called, and my mother's telling him what I did. He says, put her on the phone now. So I get on the phone. He goes, Dad, what happened? And I told him, I said, and I picked up the bat and I hit him with it. And he's like, I said, now I'm punished. He says, no, you're not punished. You go outside right now. And then he goes, put mom back on the phone. And so then she was going, what are you teaching her? He says, you mind your business. And she let her go back outside. And that was it. That was the last time that I ever took any crap from anyone. I never got bullied again from that day forward. I really never did. And that's why I get the way that I get when I'm on here. I'm not going to tolerate anybody bullying me. I'm not. Especially a man, you're not going to bully me. You're not going to scare me, and you're not bullying me. And that's it. I'm just telling everybody now. That's the last time I'm ever going to feel bullied by anybody, especially somebody on the internet. Now I want to say something else. Okay? I want to say something, and I want to tell everyone. Say whatever you want about my father. Say whatever you want about John Gotti. Love him, hate him. I don't care. He paid for his life choices. He didn't take the easy way out. He suffered, and he died the way he wanted to. A true tough guy. If anybody thinks for 1 minute that the Gottis are playing checkers, you're in for a huge letdown. I've never lied on here. I've never made up crap to just get attention. What I say is the truth, and it's the truth as I know it. The Gottis have very, very big things coming, okay? Just know that. So there is nobody over here that's playing checkers, I'm telling you right now. And also, for the Gravano is a hero people, Gravano kept an innocent man in prison for 30 years. Okay? A few years ago, he decided that, Frankie LaCasio wasn't guilty. So he was going to attempt and try to get him out. Okay? Now, suddenly, after 30 years, he's not guilty. That man spent 30 years in prison. He was not guilty, but Gravano testified against him, okay? So all you Gravano heroes, get that through your head. He also killed a 16-year-old boy that some people have suddenly forgotten about, Alan Kaiser. I will never forget about Alan Kaiser. Joy Faraci is his sister, and that's my dear friend. I will never forget about it. So you people who think that Gravano's a hero, he's no hero. Frankie died in prison. He died in prison, okay? That man kept him in there all these years. Now, Bad Angel has left. I wanted to say something else. The other day, I was on YouTube and nothing was going on, but I did see somebody was live, and I only saw like 11 people were watching. So I said, "Oh, let me see." I heard he's been commenting on my show. His name is Tommy Stiggs, and so like I started commenting in his chat because, because nobody was really on there, and and what he was saying, like it was really nice what he was talking about, and he was saying really nice things. So I started commenting, and people didn't think that was me. They kept saying it was a fake angel, and one person even said that they were my cousin. And I'm telling you, that's a fake angel. I just got off the phone with her. I mean, I couldn't believe what you people do. What is wrong with all of you? I didn't just get off the phone with anyone, and nobody was my cousin. I mean, this is the lengths that people are going to what? Like, for what reason? to ruin the guy's life. He like what? To discredit me? I mean, that's ridiculous. This is so insane. You people are all nuts. I have to say it. They're like, that's not Angel. That's a fake Angel. Angel is my cousin. And I just got off the phone with her. But there was one person in the chat who asked me a question, and he knew because I answered him. He knew that it was really me. And you know what? To his credit, Tommy Stiggs did guess, he guessed right that it was me. So I just wanted to say that it really was me in Tommy's chat. Tommy seems like a really nice man. And I hope that everybody goes and subs to him because he really is nice. He's a nice guy. And now, let me see. I just saw something. Okay. Common sense. This is obviously some special needs program the government set up and set the algorithm to the retarded section of YouTube. I think there's something up. You're not kidding, common sense. Oh my God. That's so funny. Tommy Stick. No, he's really not. And he happens to be a nice man. Like, go watch one of his shows. He really is a nice guy. He also offered, if he would have known that, well, he was watching FBS when FBS's water heater broke, but he was blocked. He was trying to tell him that he would have went there and not made a fortune off him. He would have helped him out. So Tommy Stiggs is a nice man. Bruce Cutlets. Less is more, Angel. Everyone knows you are just in this for your family and not for the money. They need your attention. You don't need them, and they all know it. These people, I can't see right now. These people just like to poke the bear. Exactly, but it's not working. I don't care. It's not working because once I start sharing this channel on my shadow page, I have almost 27,000 followers on my shadow page. I have almost 20,000 on my Twitter and over 20,000 on my Instagram. So I just want to get this all down pat. I want to be like a little bit more professional before I start sharing it everywhere. And my brother will share it. He has, I think, almost 80,000 followers. My sister, once I get more professional and stop letting these trolls or these whatever they are, idiots, get to me, then I'm going to start sharing everything. And then there's not going to be any holding me back. And wait till you see the interviews that I have lined up. So I am not letting them get to me anymore. Not one of them is going to get to me. Karen, Angel Gravano is a little troll. He can't be a hero. No, lately I'm seeing there are a few people on here on YouTube who actually think Gravano is a hero or Gravano is some kind of superstar or something. Just understand, you want to forget about everything. You want to forget about Alan Kaiser, that's fine. You just remember, Frankie LaCasio was an innocent man. Gravano even admitted Frankie LaCasio was an innocent man, but he kept that innocent man in prison for over 30 years. That man died in prison. I don't know where these people come from. Honestly, it's bizarre. Yes, it's bizarre. Hi, Lord Tywin. Family is all that matters. That's right. Uh, Brian Miller, FBS stood up for your dad over the weekend. He sure did. He had an excellent show, and I shared it. I shared it on my community page because, listen, let's just say there's 10 things. So FBS says 8 things or 7 things that I agree with, okay? Then there's 3 or 4 things that I don't agree with. It's not going to make me hate him or fight with him or not be friends with him anymore. That's his opinion. Some of those things are his opinion. I cannot not be friends with someone because of their opinions. And a lot of people were questioning why I'm friends with FBS. Well, go watch yesterday's show or the day before. I think it was Saturday night show. I watched it yesterday because I fell asleep early Saturday night. I actually fell asleep early. It was a miracle that I actually fell asleep and slept the whole night too. But yes, he did. He did a very nice show. Very nice. I don't know. What do you call it? Show, stream? What do you call it? Let's see. Hi, Dana. Some of these trolls need psych eval. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, they do. Some of these trolls need psych evaluation. How's everyone doing? Good. Tommy does have a good show. Yeah. He went on a little bit too long. I wanted to tell him. I was cooking, so I was listening to him while I was cooking. But I mean, he was going on 3 hours, and he's asking, "Should I end this now? Should I go?" But he's a nice man. He's nice. Angelo Ruggiero is Neil Delacroce's son, only playing Angel. Yeah, they are not related at all whatsoever. I don't care what Wikipedia or anyone else says. They are not related. Okay. Hi, Del Strain. How are you? They rather do bad than good, unlike you, Angel. You rather be helpful than nasty. I don't like being nasty at all. Why not say nothing if nothing nice to say? Yeah, true. Well, sometimes people want to get their opinions out or, whatever. You know what, Emmanuel? You can go bye-bye because I'm not in the mood for you. FBS is his own person. That's all I'm going to say. It's his. You know what? What amazes me is that it's like YouTube is divided in half. The right side and the left side. Let's just say FBS is the left side, okay? And someone else is the right side. FBS, everybody has known from the very beginning, was friends with Jimmy Calandra. Nobody seemed to mind then. Then on this side, everybody knows that that person is friends with an informant. So I don't, and the one that the informant on the right side is worse than Jimmy Calandra could ever be, ever. But everybody wants to be mad at me because they're mad at FBS for being what? For being friends with that informant? Come on. It's so insane. I'm not even addressing that right now. I don't want to address it. Yes, I know you were there, Carlos. I was there, Angel. And the chat had a few. Yep. But Tommy needs at least one wrench to manage the dirtbags who show up. Yeah, he doesn't really have it down yet. Like, he doesn't understand. He doesn't know how to work it yet. He needs to do it on his phone and pick a wrench. I know. He needs a few wrenches. Nick Pizzini. Tommy is a down-to-earth guy. Jersey guy, was an agent for some time for Philly. He don't get into this drama. Exactly. I saw that. I saw what he said. Like, he really wanted to help FBS. Will. Hi, Angel. Bullies always die lonely. Your dad was a one-off? With the legacy of the world over. One with the legacy of the world over. When you follow his life, you feel like you know him. Lots of love, Angel. Will from London, UK. Thank you so much. Thank you. I always say it. Look, you can try, you can try to aggravate me. It's not working. First of all, I know what's coming and it's huge. Okay? There's a few big things coming. I know what's coming. So you're not aggravating me. And my father will always go down the way he died. He died like a tough guy. He died not asking for a damn thing to help him. Nobody could help him. And he suffered. Believe me when I tell you he suffered. He's going to go down as the true tough guy that he was. The other one is going down as a rat. I don't care who says what about him. He's always going to be known as a rat. My father, did you see the funeral my father had? Those people were out of the stores. That was 101st Avenue. Those people adored my father. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, they were shaking down. You have no idea what you're talking about. Those people came out. They locked their doors to be out on the street to see the hearse come with my father's casket in it. So don't even, like, you people have no idea what you're talking about. But like I said, he's going to go down as the tough guy that he was, the stand-up man that he was. The other one is going to go down as a rat always, and you're never going to change that. Hello, Elio. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oops, sorry. Just give me 1 minute. I just have to ask someone something. Okay. I think I'm really behind. No, he doesn't have anybody with a wrench. Hi, Elio. I don't know if I said hello. For the love of God Almighty, like and subscribe to Angel Gotti. Just saying, good thoughts. Yes, he is. Common sense is funny. Joey Knuckles, common sense, you're a freaking genius. That was funny. Yes, it was. Oh, for D's? Yeah, just let Angel know. So all of the real ones of us know who's real and who's not, so we don't have to prove it in a weird way. Yes. I've said it before. Gravano can't even say dyslexic. He says dyslexic. He's on the short bus. His gun made him feel bigger because he was a failure. Trust, I hate him. Yeah, I've seen that lately from you, Karen. Let me see. People are talking. Hi, Brooklyn 17. How are you? Chicago Muscle. Angel, add me on Twitter. I want to send you pics of my animals. Okay. I'll do it later. I haven't been on Twitter in a few days, actually. I haven't been on Twitter at all. I just realized that. Sometimes I forget I even have Twitter and Instagram. It's me. Check your IG messages. Yeah, see, I haven't been on. I am vaping, so I'm not sniffing anything in case anybody hears that. You know what? I'm not putting it up on the screen because I don't need any aggravation from him. Brooklyn Rob. Angel, are you saying we're the guinea pigs? No. Joy, my friend. That's wonderful, Angel. Keep it up. I'm really behind. So I don't even know what you're saying. Tina, we have your back. Thank you. Oh, you did too, Jimmy? I have to go on there. I'm sorry. I will, Jimmy. I will check my messages. Uh, Michael Hensley, so excited for the future of your show, Angel. Thank you very much. I just don't want to like I'm not gonna lose it anymore. I'm not going to let anybody like upset me. Federal Hill Bill Angel, I think you're doing great. I love your channel. Thank you very much. And let me see. Let's see. Old Blue Eyes. Jimmy thought he was a hero, then he didn't get his way, and now he doesn't like him. Maybe that's not the case. You don't know. Maybe that's not it. Everybody just assumes that's it. Maybe it's not. Maybe everybody will find out in the future. I don't know. Maybe Gene and Led worked something out with Tom LaVecchia and his friends. I don't know. Maybe Gene and Led. Who's Led? Angel, you know how I feel about Gravano, and he is no hero, and neither are his kids. He's a 100% POS. Exactly. Okay, Jimmy, paint chips. The Smiths are here, guys. Keep it PC, or they'll go to hell. You know what? See, that's what bothers me. People like that. Leave the Smiths alone. Oh, good. All right, somebody. I'm sorry that I put that up. Okay, I'm sorry, Dana. And you know exactly who's doing that, right? You know who that is because he's blocked on here. And so I guess he had to go make a fake account to do that. Hi, Dana. That's what that's what makes you stand out from the rest. You can agree to disagree and still be friends. Exactly. Why can't people get that? I don't know why people can't get that. Like the only thing that bothers me is when two people that I really like are going after each other. Then it puts me in an awkward position because I like them both. So I don't know what to do about that yet. I have to figure that one out. But I'm sorry, just because somebody doesn't say 10 great things about my father and feels one way about a certain issue, that's not going to make me not be friends with them anymore. Because who wants a friend that sits there and says all 10 great things? Like, then you got to say to yourself, oh, like, that's weird. Okay. He said Lucasio kept himself there. Something he said in court about your dad. Everybody should be like John Gotti, is what Sammy said about Frank. Yeah. He put him there, though. He put him there. He testified against him. And then when it was time to get sentenced, Frank Lucasio stood up. The judge asked him if he had anything to say. And he stood up and he said, I am not guilty of any of this. What I am guilty of is being a friend to John Gotti. And if there were more men in this country if there were more men like John Gotti, this country would be in much better shape. He said something like that, give and take a few words. But you left him in there? And what, Frankie kept himself in there? Why? Because he wasn't a rat. Frank Lucasio wasn't a rat. He took his punishment. That's a guy that's a hero. He kept his mouth shut. He knew he was in there and he was innocent, and he kept his mouth shut. He was in there for a murder he had nothing to do with. Not at all. A lot of people follow you, and others, for some reason, act like they knew your dad or others. It's nuts. It's one of those things. You start lying for a long time, the lies become truth. Exactly. Listen, I know who's real and who's faking that they knew my father. That's all I have to say. I know who knew him and who didn't. Because all I do is ask my brother. um, for the love of God Almighty, like and subscribe. Yes. And if you don't like it, then just hit the dislike button. I don't care. Okay, I'm waiting for my guest to let me know that he's ready and that he's coming on. He wants to share a few things. So I'm just waiting for him. Oh, that's for Joy. Okay. Michael Hensley, exactly, Angel. Just because yours and FBS opinions don't always align, he always has your back and really cares about you. That's what matters, not difference in opinion, exactly, or who he's friends with. And I feel the same way about MRE. MRE always, defends like my father and my brother. So when I was accused of calling an informant's probation and FBI handler and all this other crap, those two defended me. They both defended me. They both knew I didn't do it, and they both defended me. And I can't just forget that. And I'll never forget it. Remain calm. You got this. Angel, take a light on Dr. Phil or the Steve Wilkos show and expose his lies. I would I wouldn't go anywhere with a light if my life depended on it. If I was on fire and he knew where the hose was, I wouldn't go anywhere with him. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Jason, how are you, Jason? 50 like and 138 watching. So let's hit that like button. Old Blue Eyes, never cared for FBS from day one, so I guess I'm not a phony. I guess you're not. You're not a phony. And that's okay. Like, I'm not going to flip out because you don't like somebody that I like. I'm not going to flip out. Just don't lie or trash his wife or say something, really bad about him, and we'll be fine. And I feel the same way with MRA and Mob Talk Radio as well. Okay, everybody's talking to each other. Vincent Sorelli, once mine and my sister gets our podcast up, we are not going to entertain name calling and BS. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. It's all Tom LaVecchia. That's why he isn't around. He's causing chaos. Then he plans to come in like Joe Rogan. Yeah, he wishes when the coast is clear. LOL. Once he gets rid of, they will all go in on. Yeah, well, that's never going to happen. Brian Miller, it's horrible the way some people trash you and Shannon. Yes, it is, but that's okay. We both can handle it because we both have thick skin. And we both show our faces. We both say our names. And the people who attack them are all anonymous accounts, right? So who's the tough people on here? Who's the people with thick skin, right? I can't wait to find out what's going to happen. Oh, you're all going to love it. First of all, the news with my nephew is so huge. And then the little surprises and the projects. Wait, you are all going to love it. And I don't say things and lie or, exaggerate or, just say things so that, people will come. Not at all. You watch and see what I'm saying. Hi, John O'Master. How are you? Uh, Tina Orlando, they broke the mold when they made John Gotti. He was one of a kind. Listen, I never said that my father was a saint. I never claimed that. And I always said, like whatever, went on with my father, was that his karma? I don't know. But I do know how he went out, and that's the way he wanted to go out. He wanted to be known as the man that he was, a stand-up guy, a stand-up man, and a true tough man. And that's what he was. And that you're all going to find out how my father was never letting Gravano take the fall for him. Never in a million years. And you're all going to find that out very soon. That funeral was phenomenal. I remember it. Everyone loved your father. Yep. In that area, they sure did. People came from Manhattan to Queens just to be a part of that funeral. Oh, wow. Yeah. Both of these. Does anyone know Tahari? They made clothes, maybe, but purses. How much is a Tahari purse? I don't know, but I had a lot of Tahari suits. I could tell you that. I loved them. I remember Tahari. Wow. Amen, Angel. 100% your father admired all over the globe. Schmiegel's a rat to anyone with half a clue of anything. An icon and an infamous snitch of what? Friends? Elio, I just text you. Uh Old Blue Eyes, all rats are equal, but he's King Rat. I'm the one who named him that. I'm the one who started that. King Rat. Pete the Killer, I called you Pace the Killer by accident. Don't kill me. Hi, Jimmy G 415. Hi, Angel. I really enjoyed your videos. This is the first time I've caught your show live. Have a 3-hour time difference. Oh, good. I'm happy. And thank you, Jimmy G 415. Oh, okay. Here is Tommy Stiggs. That's his link to his channel. I hope you give him a sub. He needs them. Okay. I'm going to pass these comments because my guest is ready to come on. So I'm going to drop the link for him. Please just let him come on. Okay, hold on. Let me do it. And let's see if we could get him on here. I'm so far behind in the comments anyway. Wow, I'm really far behind. Okay. There's the link. Okay. Okay. Was your dad a good cook? No, my dad didn't cook. He didn't cook. I don't know why some people keep asking me that. Was he a good cook? Hi, Old Boroughs, New York City. Hey, Angel, how are you? How are you? I am good. We had a little bit of a problem here earlier, but we're good now. We didn't have any heat. The plumber, is the plumber still here? Yep, the plumber is still here. Oh no, the plumber's gone. So it's all fixed. We didn't have heat. Oh, here he is. Everybody say hello to my friend and attorney, Elio Forcina. Hello,
Hi,
Elio.
hi, Angel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How's everything? Happy Monday, everybody.
Hey, happy Monday. What's going on? How are you?
You know, I was thinking of your father last night. You know, a lot of people don't. There's a lot of good things he did for no other reason because he had a very good side to him that many people don't think about or know about. And one of them was what reminded me of it was this whole thing with Neil Young and Peter Frampton. They're trying to blacklist Joe Rogan. What they're trying to do is destroy his career because they don't like what he has to say and they don't like um, his views. And it's so atrocious and it's so disgraceful when people try to hurt other people's careers over opinions. And why I thought of your father was there was an incident where, and a lot of people from around the country may not know him, but there was the singer Jimmy Roselli. Jimmy Roselli was the crooner who sang. If you've been to a Italian wedding, Daddy's Little Girl, or the song about the little boy, little pal, and he
Yeah,
was the
this kid,
crooner.
little pal. Yeah, that was my brother John's he sang at my brother John's wedding and he sang that song.
Yes, and he the all our grandmothers, all the Italian American grandmothers loved Jimmy Roselli. He sang love songs, and on top of that, people don't know that Jimmy Roselli was a decorated war veteran from World War II, saw combat, and his whole life was singing. After that, he didn't go to the VA for PTSD. Even though he was traumatized from the war, what he did was he made his livelihood entertaining, and his fan base really was the seniors in the Italian American community, and his love songs, and he had a great rendition of a lot of songs like Malafemina, and what happened was, and this is how your father. I want to talk about the good thing your father did. Frank Sinatra had him blacklisted from the entertainment industry. Allegedly, he got in an argument with Frank Sinatra over a charity. Now, Frank Sinatra and a lot of people who knew him or in the entertainment industry knew that even though he was one of the greatest pop singers of the 20th century and was an amazing singer, he had a vicious streak to him.
Uh-oh. Come back, Elio. What happened? Elio, I'll drop the link again. Come back. Well, I was just getting into that. All right, let's wait for Elio to come back. Yeah, I guess so. But let's see. I guess let's see what happens. He just got kicked off. I don't know what happened. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I was just going to ask him, who is Neil Young? I don't even know who Neil Young is. Funny how Neil Young used to sing about freedom. Now he's pressuring for people to have no voice. Don't you find that amazing with these people? Do you know how many arguments I used to get into on Twitter? Do you know how many people, how many celebrities blocked me? And I never even cursed, never cursed anything. You just asked them a question and they would block. Elio, try to get back on. Jojo Mush. Gotti Sr. was a good guy. He got Joe Torre's sister barbecue pit back after it got stolen. She was a nun. I don't know if that's true. Jojo Mush. I notice a lot of things that that you say. I don't know if that's true or not. So I'll find out though. That really is that's really terrible that they're trying to get Joe Rogan. How can anybody even get Joe Rogan? Angel, you don't know who Neil Young is? No. I know who Joe Rogan is. I know who Peter Frampton is. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. He got on everyone's nerves. Oh, Leonard Skinner had a song about him? Really? Jimmy Roselli buried next to my family in Arlington Cemetery. Really? I remember when he sang at my brother's wedding. Well, we'll have to find out, Mob Talk Radio. We'll ask. A Canadian singer, Angel, was in the bands Buffalo, Springfield, and Cosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. When did they add Young? I always knew them as Cosby, Stills, and Nash. Cosby, Stills, Nash. Maybe it was, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I something like that. Angel, I worked in Hoboken for 20 years. The story I heard was that Sinatra's mother wanted Roselli to sing at her birthday and he couldn't do it. Yeah, we'll ask Elio when he comes back. Let's see. Rogan had actual doctors on his show. The singers know best, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I really like Joe Rogan. I don't know who Neil Young is. And Peter Frampton. You know what? Peter Frampton sounds a lot like what's his name? The guy the guy who got mad at me too. What was his name again? Mob Talk Radio knows. I can't think of it right now. He's Richard Marx. Richard Marx. He sang like he was a big 80s singer. What's the song he sang? Right Here Waiting for You. And he was a Trump hater like you have no idea. And then he got so mad at me because I was like, I don't remember what I said. I couldn't even remember. I wouldn't even try. I'd be lying. But he was so nasty and cursing like on Twitter. Like you would not believe all the celebrities that I used to look up to, the way that they were behaving on Twitter. It was so disgraceful. The language that came out of them, like out of their fingers onto their phones, onto Twitter, was disgraceful. And I lost a lot of respect for a lot of them, people that I used to really like. When did they add Young? Wow. Well, what do I know? That wasn't my type of music. that really wasn't my type of music. Yeah, that's it. Richard Marx. Um, Richard Marx, I actually liked his music, but not anymore. Yeah, right, Jane? How hateful is he? Like, I couldn't believe the things that were coming out of him. Also, the guy from Sons of Anarchy, the Clay, I don't remember his name now, but another one, oh my God. And I used to think I was crazy about Sons of Anarchy, and I really liked him. I even spoke to him on the phone once because my ex-husband Lewis, they were he when Lewis lived in California, he played golf with him. Ron Perlman, that's his name. He played golf with him, and he called me and put him on the phone with me, and he was telling me about Sons of Anarchy. I was asking him, come on, tell me what's going to happen next week. I'll tell you one thing, he was good like that. He wouldn't tell me, but he wouldn't even give me a hint either. But he did have a filthy mouth, with which I was like a little turned off. I told Lewis, I mean, come on. He talks like that to a woman on the phone. Well, he tripled down on Twitter. I was so surprised. These people hated Trump. I wonder if they're happy now. I wonder if they're happy now that I had to get oil, and it was almost $500. Oil to heat the house, $500. And every day it goes up and up. That was 3 days ago. I can only imagine what it is right now. Kev Wright, did your dad ever tell you about the race wars back in East New York back then? Him and his brothers used to brawl with my dad and the blacks. No, he never once told us that. Never. Joe Rogan rocks. In fact, he had a very, very close friend who used to take care of them when my grandmother was sick in the hospital. So I really don't believe that. The actors and singers' true personality started coming out. You're not kidding. I was shocked. You know who blocked me too? You know the actress Ellen Barkin? She blocked me. I just asked her a simple question. And she blocked me. She was another one. They know how to spit it out, but they can't take it when you spit it back at them. For the love of God Almighty, like and subscribe to Angel Gotti. Just saying, good thoughts. Thank you. Thank you, Claudio. I'm pretty sure Ron Perlman was arrested once. Oh, I never heard of that. I never heard of that. Legs cold. Jimmy Roselli wasn't just for Italian moms. My mom is Irish right off the boat. Her favorite song, when your old wedding band was new. Oh my God, I remember that song. Yeah, he was good. He really was good. He was he sang that song at my brother John's. He sang a few songs at my brother John's wedding. He was great. Joe Rogan is going to interview your nephew when he wins his UFC debut. Well, you got some big surprises. You're going to see. Wait till you see. I can't. There's a reason why I can't announce who he's fighting yet. And it has nothing to do with our side. So I will let you know as soon as it is possible. The liberals are looking up to the sky nowadays. I'm wondering, what can we do? I don't understand it. I just don't understand. It's one thing if you're not happy with whoever the president is. Listen, I never liked Bush. I couldn't stand him. but I would never get on social media and curse him out or call him filthy names. I would never do that. You know, they're still the president of our country. So I did not understand these celebrities who people look up to talking like that, you know, about the president. I don't care who the president is. That's so disgraceful. Saying the filthiest things about his daughter, about his wife. I think that's so disgraceful. I don't care what anybody says. Decaz, trying to understand with such disdain for Gravano why your brother agreed to do a project that highlights mostly Gravano, the last gangster. Um, who, you know, a few people keep asking this question. Who else is supposed to go there and defend my father? Like, who else was supposed to do that? Us? Who else was going to do it? My brother did it. And that's it. Wait till you see what's coming, is all I'm going to tell you. But yeah, my brother defended his father. Hi, James. Hi, Angel. Hope you and your loved ones are well. We are. Thank you. I hope you and yours are as well. Okay. I'll do that. I won't. And I will do that. Okay. Let's see. I was shocked to hear some of the crazy crap coming out of some favorite celebrity mouths during the Trump run. That's when I stopped watching. Oh, really? I just think it's very, very, very disrespectful. I don't care. Look, I'm not crazy about having to pay $500 for 1 month of oil. I hate it. It's killing me. But I'm not going to go on social media and start calling him filthy, disgusting names. I'm not going to do that. And nobody in my family would do that. I mean, my son might say, like, give a piece of his mind, but he's not going to curse him out. The way, oh my God, the things that they were saying. I think boxing is going to become my new favorite sport. I always loved boxing. Wait till you see who one of my guests is going to be, a former boxer who I think is great. Really? Is that true? Sinatra got himself blocked from Marilyn Monroe's funeral. He was awful to her and she was struggling mentally. You know, I don't believe that Marilyn Monroe committed suicide. I really don't. I think that she was killed. And I've thought that all of my life. Yeah, see, assassins. I can't stand this administration, but I was raised to respect the office no matter what. I was raised to respect my elders no matter what. Lucky boss lady, you're funny. John Gotti is gone. He can't run for nothing. He can't run for anything. FYTC, I can't stand Bush either. He's a deep state rhino Republican. He got so many people killed. Exactly. In the unjust war in Iraq. That's why politicians will always be 100 times worse than the mafia. That's exactly how I feel too. Exactly. I think that our government is a criminal enterprise and the biggest criminal enterprise. Uh, I think we lost Elio for good. Um, let's see. Okay. Yeah. What happened to your guest? Me too. I don't know what happened to him. Tell them how ABC edited out my brother. That's right, they did. ABC edited out about Joy's brother, Alan Kaiser, who Sammy Gravano killed. He was a 16-year-old innocent kid. They spoke to Joy, they left it out. My brother spoke of Alan, they left it out. So if anybody was wondering what were the things that John Jr. was edited out about, that's it. Alan Kaiser was one of them. So, you know what? I'm not going to go into it. We'll see what happens. But that's what they Nick Bazzini, Vinny Paz or Bobby Chez? I don't like Bobby Chez, and I definitely think the world of Vinny Paz. And we'll see what happens. Rest in peace, Alan Kaiser. Yes. Mob Talk Radio. Sinatra was barred because DiMaggio blamed Sinatra for her death and the Kennedys. Well, I don't know if I would blame Sinatra for her death, but definitely the Kennedys, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Boss lady, lucky boss lady, Angel, I met your, oh, you met my brother. Oh, please. My brother ran away from his former life. Imagine being the president. He wouldn't do it. Tom Egan, I think Marilyn Monroe committed Kennedy-cide. Marilyn Monroe was definitely killed. Nitro, you serious? You cursed out Ron Perlman? Hi, Nitro, by the way. I never cursed out anyone. I remember Michael Cohen, the rat. I called him a rat, and he blocked me. I did say. I don't remember the exact words I said because he was trashing Trump. And I said, you were his friend. I don't remember what I said, but I did say, and you're a rat. And he blocked me right away. Common sense. In the words of the late, great John J. Gotti, how can you expect anything from the people when the president's a piece of crap? Mic drop. Enough said. Did he say that? I don't even remember him saying that. What's this? FYTC. John Gotti could have easily tore Sleepy Joe a new one. John Gotti, with all the alleged crimes he supposedly committed, is still a better man than any American politician. I believe that. But I do really happen to like Ron DeSantis. I don't know why. I think out of all, and you know who else I like too from the Democrat Party? I like Joe Manchin too. So I like Joe Manchin, and I like Ron DeSantis. So I guess I'm kind of like, I don't know. ABC is a shameful company. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The mob loved Marilyn. It was the Kennedys and Sinatra that treated her badly. Yeah, they sure did. They sure did. Sean Sharon, support Joy for Alan Kaiser. Yes. I wonder what happened to Elio. Kelly H, I just jumped in. Is Vinny Paz fighting? He's like 50 years old. No. He's not fighting. Not that I know of, anyway. Oh, he said it about Bill Clinton. Oh, okay. Sorry for the language, Angel. Just Hollywood females make me mad with their BS. Yeah, listen, the men I think were worse than the women. Truthfully, I mean, I just couldn't believe. You have people that look up to you. You have all these fans on Twitter. How could you behave like that? I just don't understand that. You can't handle the truth. Joe Manchin in cinema. Yeah, I like her too sometimes, but cinema are saving the country right now. Yeah, I'm not following any politics, so I don't really know what's going on right now. But I'm just saying it like from the past. I always liked Joe Manchin, and I always liked Ron DeSantis. So Vincent Sorelli, Boom Boom Mancini, another one of my favorites. And Tony Danza used to hang out on Mulberry Street back in the day. Yeah, Tony Danza had a relative. I don't remember his uncle, somebody he was really, really close with. Uh, was the guy's name Lou? No, I can't remember. He lived right next door to my ex-husband Lewis's house in Tudor Village, and we used to see him. Tony Danza was is a nice guy. I don't know if he still is. Oh yeah, Jane. Angel, I remember every night you would say, "It's Tucker time." One night you forgot, so I reminded you and said, "It's the small things." I think that's the first time you responded to me on Twitter. Yeah, every night I did. I reminded everybody it's Tucker time so that everybody would tune into him. Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me just ask him if he's coming on. Hold on. His phone died. Okay. So yeah, I remember that. It's Tucker time. Let's see. Legs. Sorry, Joy, about your brother. I came from a neighborhood close to Bensonhurst. Me and him would be the same age. I went to FDR. 16-year-old sad. Who would ever think something like that? Exactly. That's a nightmare. John O'Master, Vinny Paz is 59. Is he? I have a pair of autographed boxing gloves from Vinny Paz. He sent them to me. He sent me autographed pair of his boxing gloves. Hold on, I'm going to drop the link for Elio. He is coming back. Okay. Okay, Elio's coming back. Um, I should take a picture of my. Oh, here's Elio. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Hi, Elio. Hello? Elio, can you hear me? I can't hear you. So jump out and come back in, Elio, because I can't hear you now. Hello? I'm dropping the link again. Jump out and then come back in. Okay. Hello? All right, he'll figure it out. Let me just read a few more comments. Oh, do you? Angel, I have a pic on Twitter of us going to Trump's inauguration, thousands of bikers. Oh wow. It's hard for me to follow the news and politics too, Angel. It's depressing, and I never thought it would ever get like this, but we can't give up. We have to keep fighting. Yeah. I don't think it matters, truthfully. I really don't even think it matters. They pick who the president is, and that's all there is to it. I don't have faith in anything anymore. My father was right about politicians. Uh, maybe. Elio, are you muted, Elio? Because we can't hear you. Yeah. Come back in, Elio. I just removed you. Come back in. Uh, all right, let's try it again. Elio. Hello? I think your phone is muted. Unmute your phone. Nitro. Marilyn was killed and they recently changed her death from suicide to unknown. Is that true? I have to look that up now because I want to know if that's true. Because I was always, that's how I grew up, that she did not commit suicide. She was killed. They killed her. I once, listen, I was once dating this guy and we got into a big argument over that because he just like refused to believe that the government is this evil, was that evil. And I said, are you serious? They killed Marilyn Monroe. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. Oh. Lucky boss lady, keep striving to be all that you know you can be. Give it your all. Or give it your all. Ever if you don't do your best. Try and don't do you try and do your best. That's okay. Remember, it's more progress than the ones who aren't trying. So you accomplished something. Exactly. Thank you, lucky boss lady.
Cigar store. Cigar store, one word? Yeah, I'm trying to log in now.
Elio, I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
All right. How are you? I guess
Elio,
sorry about that. I'm on cigar. I was with the phone truck, and I
you're
got
breaking up. You're breaking up. Hello?
yeah.
You're
Can you
breaking
hear me?
up.
I don't know why. A speaker. Oh, how do you get off speaker? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
So what were you saying?
I don't know where I left off, and I'm sorry I got disconnected. What happened was I wanted to say some good story about my father, and I was thinking about him last night because all that controversy that's going on with Joe Rogan and with Neil Young and Peter Frampton, and it made me think. You don't know the charity that your father did or the good stuff that he did. You only hear the bad things in the media, but he had a side to him that was very benevolent and very charitable. And it reminded me, I was thinking of him last night because this whole thing with blacklisting artists is just it's very sad. It is very disgraceful. And you see people trying to destroy other people's careers based on because they don't like their opinions, they don't like them as individuals. You have artists that work their whole lives. Now, the story I want to talk about is with your father is Jimmy Roselli. Jimmy Roselli, a lot of people from outside the country don't know who he is, but he was an Italian American crooner who he entertained all the grandmothers. He may not be known very well in flyover country, but in the Italian communities, he was a hero. He literally was a hero. He was actually a decorated World War II veteran, and his whole life was singing. Now, he'd been to an Italian American wedding, Daddy's Little Girl, Little Cow. Those are songs that are sang there. And he had a falling out with Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was more powerful than him, and Jimmy Roselli actually had no power at all. He was a singer, but he was not at the level of Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, are you there, Angel?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Frank Sinatra um, had a very mean streak to him, very vindictive. He hung out with street guys, and he thought he was untouchable. And he had a fallout over a charity with Jimmy Roselli, and he destroyed Jimmy Roselli's career. Jimmy Roselli could not get a venue anywhere because Frank Sinatra's people would call up and tell him to cancel, and so nobody would talk to him. Frank Sinatra's people got to the record company, and then Jimmy Roselli went into poverty, and he almost lost his home in foreclosure, or he lost his home. There was a situation where he had no money. He was borrowing from friends, and we lost this great singer, all because of Frank Sinatra's ego. Well, your father at the time was about 44 years old, and somebody told him the stories because he was a Jimmy Roselli fan. I don't think he knew him at the time, the story I heard, but he was very sad that the man lost his career. And there was an event where Frank Sinatra came on Mulberry Street with a whole entourage of Hollywood tough guys, and they went into a restaurant on Mulberry Street, and your father heard, and your father, these were the Hollywood tough guys. Your father was the real deal from Queens, and he sent a message to Frank Sinatra that you're going to drop the boycott on the blacklist of Jimmy Roselli. And according to sources, Frank Sinatra went white. He started shaking, and everyone at the table stared at the plates and didn't say anything. And the boycott of Jimmy Roselli was lifted. And like a month later, he got his first gig, I heard, in the Westbury Music Theater in Westbury, Long Island. And then he got gigs in Atlantic City. And then after that, in his golden years, his career was resurrected. He was able to support his family. His livelihood went, and all the grandmothers got to see the great Jimmy Roselli again. And that was through a charitable act that your father did that many people don't know about. And being a Jimmy Roselli fan, I'm very grateful that he did that. And he put himself up there. Because Frank Sinatra, I mean, your father could have had trouble with the FBI for doing something like that. He was Frank Sinatra is no joke. He's an 800-pound gorilla. And your father stood up only because he thought it was the right thing to do. He didn't hurt Sinatra. He didn't do anything. All he said was, lift this. Otherwise, I'm going to be upset. And it was lifted. And we, in the Italian American community, got Jimmy Roselli's music again. So I just wanted to say that, Angel. I mean, your father, there's so many stories about your dad and the good things that he did. And no one ever talks about it. They only talk about, the controversial, stuff and his criminal convictions. And also, he's very misunderstood that way. And another thing I think your father's misunderstood about is all these people in the mob tube world. Are you still there, Angel?
Yeah.
They don't say your father loved the publicity. He put the mob on, made it public and all that, and you heard it. These are people from out of state, people that weren't in New York at the time, and people that it just became a narrative. It started. I think journalists had a role in it, like the Peachy and all of them starting that narrative. But the reality of it is, I was here in Queens in the '80s, as you were. Your father kept getting all over the news around the country every time he won a trial. He wasn't holding press conferences. Yeah, he was flashy because he looked handsome in a suit, and yet, but the media went crazy, and he had like 3 trials within a certain amount of years that that was just went viral. Well, they didn't have the internet at the time. It went all over the news cross country every time he won. So that's really all the publicity he got. That's how the legend was made. And people on MobTube from out of state who don't know him, I'm not naming anyone in particular, but I'm just naming it's a narrative that goes out there. A lot of people say, "Oh, you see it in blogs and you see it like on Gangster BB or Black Hand Forum. Oh, he ruined this, he ruined that. He was too much in the open." No, he was on the cover of every newspaper because he kept winning trials. His life was probably his house in Howard Beach, going to his clubs, going to the Bergen, or maybe going to the Ravenite, and maybe a few restaurants at night. He didn't. He wasn't as flashy as people make him out to be. He was more secretive than people think. And to hear people that weren't even in New York at the time who know why he became a media sensation, blame him for something that's not true is wrong. I mean, between 85 and 90, he spent half his time in prison. So if you're in prison, how are you out there flaunting yourself? Number one. He couldn't help it that the media just went wild with his narrative, you know?
Well,
And
that's go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, I think he's misunderstood that way too. And the Castellano alleged murder that he was convicted of, Paul Castellano, Murder Machine came out of his crew. Roy DeMeo, Nino Gadget, those guys all came out of his crew. Hundreds of bodies were under Paul Castellano's tenure, were chopped up in bathtubs. And people wanted to allegedly go after your father's friends, and your father stood up to protect them, put himself out there, put his life in danger for his friends, and put himself in danger with the government if he was actually involved in the Castellano hit. And everyone makes it like it was a flashy thing, and it was. That was the only way that if it happened that way, it could have been done. So I think he's very misunderstood in a lot of different ways, and he's not given credit. And I think that the people that on the other side that bash him, a lot of their narrative just makes no sense because they don't know. It's a complete false narrative. That shows. I didn't realize that. Paul Castellano murdered a lot of people, and allegedly he was going after your father's friends. And your father, being Catholic, we have St. Augustine's theory of self-defense, where it's justified defense. I don't know if this is a stretch, but in the Catholic Church, you're allowed to you're allowed to defend yourself if it's a just war. Well, I don't think he was an aggressor. I think he was if the Castellano hit happened the way he was convicted, I think it was all in self-defense. And people don't understand that. So he did it for his friends. That makes him a great man in many ways, and you should be very proud that he's your father. Because they don't make men like that.
I'm nothing but proud that he's my father.
That's right. He should be.
I'm very proud that he's my father. And I tell people that all the time. My father didn't, get up and jump in the bathroom, jump in the shower, the tub, and then say, you know what? Which magazine should I call today? Which should I call, the Post or the Daily News? Tell them where I'm going so they could come and follow me. My father didn't do that. That was the government who did that.
100%. And all that time he was in jail. And I remember being a kid in Christ-Picking High School, on every news channel, on every newspaper was him beating a conviction case. And it happened multiple times. His media sensation occurred from him winning trials, not from him being out in the public. And I see a lot of people that have it. These people are supposed to be mob aficionados. They're supposed to know more than the public. They're supposed to be experts. And they're so completely wrong about that. They weren't from New York City in the 80s. That's why they got the false narrative, and they believe a story that was spun. It's completely inaccurate.
Exactly. Elio, can you answer this? Doo Brown's in town. Justified defense. I love John Gotti, but that's a stretch. Could you explain what you mean by justifiable?
Okay, let's assume the Paul Castellano hit happened the way the federal government convicted him. None of us know what really happened, but let's just go by their narrative.
Right.
Paul Castellano wanted to kill his friends and possibly your father. Paul Castellano was no joke. He was a dangerous man who killed hundreds of people. There's many crews in that crime family, and it was his crew that Murder Machine, Roy DeMeo, Geiger came out of. I'm just giving you an example of how brutal and dangerous Paul Castellano was. Just because he wore a suit, we read the Wall Street Journal, and another false narrative that Paul Castellano was a Wall Street guy, and the father was the gangster. Paul Castellano was a brutal killer. And picture yourself in Queens. You have your buddies you grew up with, and now this one of the most dangerous, probably the most dangerous man in the country is gunning for you guys. You act in self-defense. Is it a stretch me bringing up St. Augustine and all that stuff? Yeah, you'd have to really, I'll give you that. That may be a stretch, but I'm just saying it's self-defense. What happened with Castellano, if it happened the way it said, was self-defense, and it was basically defending his friends. And what risk did he have? He had the risk of Castellano coming after him. He was no joke, and the government coming after him. And that's what he was ultimately convicted of years later. So he actually died in prison for his friends. If you think about the life of your father, he died handcuffed to a bed. Because that Castellano has never happened. His whole life definitely changes. He'd probably be alive today. And that all led to a chain of events where all of a sudden he was a media sensation. All of a sudden, the president is saying that John Gotti. That all occurred because he was trying to defend his friends who were going to get hurt by Paul Castellano. As a Marine infantryman who served in the Marine Corps, I would want to say what your father did is I'd be proud to sit in the fighting hole with him. To do that for his friends is just simply amazing. Especially in the era when everyone's selfish and doesn't put themselves out there. And a lot of people don't understand another thing about your father is that he didn't into our politics, but to get in the position that he was allegedly in charge of, he had to be well loved. So the people in his world that he dealt with, the men, the alleged gangsters, knew him as a stand-up guy. They knew him as a fair guy. They knew him as a charitable guy. And they elected him there because they said, "Leave me, you're a leader." And people, don't really understand that facet of your dad's life. Another story about your dad was in Providence, Rhode Island, and in Boston. People were going to start shooting each other. Your father supposedly heard the story, and he heard Italians were going to kill each other. And knowing that if someone gets hurt, right, you could say, "Oh, they're gangsters," but they have innocent children, they have innocent wives, they have innocent grandchildren, and it creates a ripple where a lot of people suffer. And your father once again put himself out there, and he went to New England, and he risked getting a lot of people mad at him, and he also risked, creating enemies he didn't need, and he also risked putting himself out there, federal government. Up in Massachusetts and New England, their FBI units were Whitey Bulger, just as ruthless as the New York ones, probably even more and corrupt. And he went up there and he said, "Nobody's hurting each other, otherwise I'm getting involved." Because he had the power to do it and the respect. And guess what? Nobody hurt each other. Nobody shot each other. They said, "Wait a second. He's telling us that we're not allowed to shoot each other. We're not going to shoot each other. We don't want a problem with him." And he was such a young man when he did all this. And, and where he came from, growing up like in East New York and then going to Queens and with all on his own, creating all this. What an extraordinary human being. And you hear about the convictions, the murder convictions, but nobody hears about the life saved. And that's really, really unfair because that's not the true narrative. My major in college was history, and if you study the history of your father, it has to be done really holistically. And there's so much good there, and there's so many more lives were saved that he was convicted of allegedly participating in hurting. So, it was just a very extraordinary man. Who else was going to stop the battle in New England? If that would have happened, a lot of families would have been destroyed. And he put himself out there and he stopped it. And people don't give him credit for it.
Elio, could you tell somebody wants to know, somebody's asking me if you're an attorney, but what were you before an attorney?
Well, I was in the United States Marine Corps.
Right. Okay. So that's what I wanted you to Just let
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm an attorney now, but I served in the infantry.
Right,
0311, but yeah.
right. And and as far as, was my father gonna throw Gravano under a bus?
No, I looked at that from a lawyer's perspective. It's impossible. But Gavano made up a narrative. Right? Gavano was unable to do jail time for whatever reason. Many people can't do jail time, which is odd. Why be a gangster? Why be a high ranking gangster? Why take a role like that if you can't do time when you know that's a risk? You know, that's like being a lawyer who's afraid to go to court, or a soldier that's afraid to go to Iraq. I mean, why put yourself in that position? You're afraid to go to prison. And he created a narrative that your father was thrown under the bus, and it makes no legal sense because it was a legal conviction. And he said he was going to blame Gravano. No, his defense would have been that neither of them had anything to do with it. That's the only way to win it. Even if Gravano says they would have went that route, blaming him, he still would have been tied into the RICO. So it made no legal sense. So thus, I believe that Gravano's lying about that completely, or he thought something that wasn't true. You know, another thing about Gravano that when you hear the tapes of your father complaining that he's taking over drywall and plumbing, all the construction industry, your father was getting that money with Gravano, and his point was is that we got to share with everybody else. That Gravano can't eat it all up and give it to him. There's other construction companies. There's other people. In order for him to be good and fair to his community, he has to make sure everyone eats. And that aspect is not really portrayed. I think Gravano once was on the podcast and he was saying stuff that, your father said he was getting too big, you get jealous and this and that. No, it's because he was getting too big and he was taking from other people. How much money is enough? It was more important to your father that other people be able to earn and that other people are able to participate and not hog up everything. So, I mean, that's another aspect of it that I believe a lot of people miss.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, and
Yeah.
another great thing that people don't realize what the Bergen crew did was I grew up in Glendale. If you look at Queens, there's Howard Beach, Oakland Park, and then if you go up Woodhaven Boulevard north, Woodhaven's on one side, Richland Hill's on the other, and then you hit Glendale. Forest Park is surrounded by Richland Hill, Wood Hills, and Glendale, and it's about 3 miles north of Howard Beach, maybe a mile and a half north of Ozone Park. In the late 70s, it became the angel dust capital of America. There was a pandemic. They were selling angel dust to the park to all the local high schools. All the kids, many kids that went to many high schools in the area were hooked on angel dust. And I believe there was a couple of girls that went to Stella Maris High School, from hearing the story right, and they went up there, and the guy was in his 20s, and he sold them dust and felt them up. And then I heard people from the father's crew heard the story, and they said, "There's gonna be no more angel dust in this community anymore." And they went up to the park and ended it. And they went to these people. They did what whatever they thought was necessary, and they did what law enforcement couldn't do. They eliminated the angel dust problem in Queens and Forest Park. And I think a lot of lives will say that. A lot of, my next door, one of my neighbors in Glendale went to the park and took angel dust and she jumped out the window. She lived and she's a healthy woman now, but she broke her leg. I mean, that's how dangerous it was. People didn't realize it. So that is another good thing that the father has, because they stopped the angel dust in Queens. People don't know that. And I'm just telling you 3 little stories, right? There's hundreds of stories. People can tell you the good ones he did. And I wish more people would understand that.
It's just good to fill in the cracks,
Are you there, Angel?
There's somebody else talking near you, Elio, and we're hearing.
Yes, I'm in a cigar lounge. There's people all around me because I had to plug the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're talking amongst themselves. Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that across.
Thank
It
you.
just it makes my stomach burn every time I see someone from not outside New York. Oh, he loved the limelight. He ruined everything. No, the limelight loved him. It was the other way around. He can't help it. He's winning trials. Was he going to lose the trials?
Exactly.
They make it sound like he had his own press release. They make it sound like he was the Kardashian. They don't know what they're talking about. You're not from Queens. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't live it. You didn't live when he was the air in the media every day. You didn't wake up in the morning and get the Daily News at 8 in the morning at the local grocery store and see him on the cover. While he was on the cover. You just
Exactly.
believe the narrative. And that makes a lot of these historians so fake.
Hello? We lost you. We lost you, Elio. Your phone must have went dead again. All right, we lost Elio again. But at least he got out what he wanted to say. Elio, I want to have you back on for the whole show, okay? We'll do it another night. Okay. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Miss Can't Be Wrong. John Gotti was chased every minute. Didn't seem like he enjoyed it. Listen, I keep saying this over and over again. When he would come out of the house and they would jump out of their cars, he didn't hide his face because that wasn't who he was. I also saw a video from 1979. I just saw it the other day. And it was my father standing outside. I don't know where he was, a club or something. And he was dressed beautiful. He looked so handsome. So this was 1979. And he still looked so handsome. This was him. This was what he looked like. He was dressed beautiful and he had jet black hair. He was a handsome man. He didn't do these things to be flashy and say, Daily News, come and meet me. I'll be on Mulberry Street at 5:00. He didn't do those things. He also didn't believe in hiding. He didn't hide his face. He didn't hide who he was. He didn't do that. So whatever. Everybody's going to say and think what they want. But I'm so happy that Elio came on. I appreciate everybody staying for, it's going to be 2 hours now. I didn't even think that this was going to go that long. I figured maybe an hour, a little over an hour. That was it. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I heard John Gotti helped his community feed people on. Yes, he did. You people have no idea. Yes, he did. People who lost their homes in a fire. You have no idea.
Did you ever tell them about that woman that came up to me at the funeral with the stuffed bear, saying that I just needed to come all the way here and tell you, if it weren't for your husband, I would have been starving on the street. And she gave Mima a stuffed animal.
Yes.
And said, this is all I have to give you. But if it weren't for your husband, I would have starved years ago. I'll never forget that.
Exactly. Did you all hear that? My daughter, Victoria, and she said that at my dad's wake, an elderly woman came up to my mother with a little stuffed animal. It was a little bear and it was a little stuffed animal. And she said to my mom, if it weren't for your husband, I wouldn't have had anything. And this is all I have to give you. And she gave my mom this. I'm going to start crying. I don't want to start crying.
I'll never forget that for as long as I live. Because I didn't know much about what he did at that time. I was young. And that just shocked me because I knew he cared about people.
Exactly. Listen, people, those stores on that whole 101st Avenue for blocks, they all shut their stores down. They all came out onto the street. They were holding candles. They were holding signs. They all wanted to touch I'm not going to start crying. They all wanted to touch the car with his casket in it. So People don't do that unless they really loved him. And they all did that. Nobody forced them by gunpoint, get out on the street and go support him. No, nobody did that. They all came. People from Mulberry Street came to just stand at the cemetery with signs. We went down Cross Bay Boulevard in Ozone Park and Howard Beach. The people in the stores there were out in the street. We go down the avenue where my mom lived. People were standing on the avenue with signs and candles for my dad. So don't listen to what everybody tells you. Victoria, people are saying hello to you.
Hi. Sorry, I was just.
Yeah, she's feeding the dogs. She's feeding the dogs right now. Common Sense. Play Mob Facts. Gotti Trial Part 2 at 11-minute mark. Play it for 1 to 2 minutes. It explains what really happened in court. Gotti's defense says it all. That's right. Good night, Michael Hensley. Thank you, Carol. Fantastic show. And let the trolls eat crow. Thank you. And that's right. She is feeding the animals. She's sitting on the floor with them. Cromel, it was a cozy night. Hi, Victoria, and good night. I know, Cromel. I love when you say that, and I love that you think this about I don't know, what is it? A show? Vincent Sorelli, yes, I will. I know I saw what you said before, that my dad paid a lot of people's rents. I know that.
Okay.
And maybe you'll come on too, Jimmy, the next time I'm on. And we'll have Elio and you on. Cromel, thank you. Hello, Donald Pittman. Yankees for Life said hello, Victoria.
Hi.
Hi, Yankees.
Am I supposed to say all their names too?
No, I'll say it for you. Good night, Nick Bazzini. Thank you, Vincent. Jimmy Sorelli said hello too.
Hi.
Bless you. It was a massive funeral. Massive, exactly. I want to know when we're going to see the next one like that. I mean, God forbid.
Definitely not Layla.
You'll never see one like that again.
I've never seen so many people in my life.
Exactly. People rioted after the verdict. Such was depth of feeling over the guilty verdict manufactured. Who else has that happened for? Well, my father was very unhappy with that. He was very, very upset. In fact, maybe one day I'll play that video where his attorney is, I have to ask Jerry to do that for me, where his attorney is talking about how my father reacted to that riot. He was not happy at all.
No, he didn't like things like that.
No, he was mad. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Jersey Girl. Thank you, Grambino. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, you will definitely come on, okay? Thank you, Boston. Angel, you were a great host. You interact with all of us. So, thank you. Queens, get the moolah. St. John's Cemetery was amazing send-off. I'm born and bred in Middle Village. Oh, wow. Yes, it was. And people were out on that avenue. I forgot what avenue that's called. They were out on that avenue as well.
Metropolitan?
Was it Metropolitan? I don't know if we went down Metro. Maybe. People were out everywhere. Woodhaven, Howard Beach, Ozone Park, Middle Village. They were all out.
It was insane. I never seen anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. It was unbelievable. Donald Pittman, my daughter loves listening to you. She has no idea what, oh, here we go. What y'all what y'all are talking about. She just said you sound very nice. Aw, thank you. Yeah, it was Metropolitan. That's right.
Y'all.
It was Y'all. I practice saying that.
Y'all.
Yeah, y'all. Y'all.
No, y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah. They say in California all the time.
Oh, they said it in California?
Yeah, because like a lot of people in California weren't really from California, so they had all different accents from all over.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, my friends at least weren't from California.
Yeah. I practiced it one day. Oh, look, I'm getting a compliment. You from Donnie and the Smiths. You say y'all so well, Angel. Well, I've been practicing. Sean, not another show out there like this one. Legit. When I see a reminder she's going live, I make sure I'm not busy just to listen. This is the only show I must. That's so nice. Thank you. Now you're going to make me cry.
No, not that again.
You're going to make me cry. Bruce Cutlets, you're all class. Told you from day one. See you next time. I wish you were my mom. Aw, thank you.
Can't have her.
My daughter said you can't have me. Now I'm really going to cry.
I don't share.
My daughter said she doesn't share.
Not with my brother.
She doesn't even like to share with her brother. Thank you, Dana, y'all.
Wow.
One day, Judy, my best friend, was listening to this when I was trying to say it, and she was laughing so hard. She was hysterical. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Carol. My sister and brother in St. John's. Listen, my brother, my father, my best friend. Yeah, my best friend, my grandfather, and Neil Delacroce is in St. John's too. My dad made sure he was put right near my brother Frankie. So Neil is in St. John's as well. And my grandpa. Angel and Victoria, y'all crazy.
Y'all crazy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Miss Can't Be Wrong. Angel, hang with me. You put up with my accent. Aw.
I need to tell you how much my whole body is hurting from shoveling that snow.
You do realize I'm still live,
I
right?
can hear it.
You're running the water.
Well, I have dog food on my hand.
Angel, check out that Jersey guy. He has a small channel, but he's funny. He's from Canada, and follow all of this. Oh, that's nice. The dogs are chewing. The dishes are moving. She's banging.
This is called real life, Angela.
Just remember, Angel, your dad had yellow ribbons on all the poles.
Yes,
That's right. And the other guy had rat posters on those same poles. You know what? You just reminded me of that. All I did was put a yellow ribbon around the tree in front of our house. I did that. That's me when you see it on the news. That's me tying the yellow ribbon. The next thing I know, I came back out and half the block put yellow ribbons around their trees as well, their poles, their trees. Then 101st Avenue did it. So that's right. Thank you for reminding me, Boston. Joy, you're back and I'm leaving. We didn't even eat yet.
It's not here.
Oh, I don't have to cook tonight. I'm very happy.
I wasn't waiting for you to get off.
My daughter is treating me to dinner.
No, don't say it.
To dinner?
Yeah, but you can't say where.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I won't.
We're eating Burgerology tonight.
Yes. Joy said, hi, Victoria.
Hi.
Was your dad very close to Neil? Yes. They were like father and son. He was very close to him. And now straight from the kitchen live, the Angel Gotti show, LOL. And now the dogs are going to start barking. So I am going right
They
now.
have things to say.
Nobody wants to hear from them.
That's not true.
All right, guys, I'm going now. Thank you so much. We're on 2 hours. Thank you very much. Everybody have a great night. Thank you. And thank you, Elio, for being on.
Come on, give me my food.